Hi, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to this, a Monday edition of Time Out Overtime on this, the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arsenal. And if you've been watching, thank you for the intro. You've been watching this show on a regular basis, you're a subscriber. Uh, you should know that the uh, next subscriber to my broadcast will be the winner. And if you're already a subscriber, you can tell them what they're going to win. Okay. All right. A lot of activity over the weekend. Where to begin? Where do we begin? Well, you're going to want to get baseball out of the way first. Maybe we should do that. Tigers were able to stop the bleeding last night with a 6-3 win over the Kansas City Royals. Another bullpen game. For whatever reason, the Tigers seem to always come out smelling like a rose in these bullpen games, don't they? Oh, obviously, you can't make every game a bullpen game, but I don't know exactly what the record is when they have a bullpen game, but I'm going back to the last couple of years now. I'm sure they've won the majority of their bullpen games. So they've got the day off today. They're 19 and 22 as we speak. Unbelievably, a game and a half out of the first place Cleveland Guardians, who are 21 and 21. Unbelievable. Not just the entire division, but the entire American League, except maybe for the Yankees and the Rays. Not very competitive. Now, Evan Petzold of the Free Press put on a stat this morning. Since the season began and the Tigers had their set 26-man roster on opening day, since then, they have lost 17 players. Count them, 17 players due to injury. Sounds remarkable. Sounds hard to believe, hard to fathom, doesn't it? It really does. And it's going to come to a point. Now, they did win yesterday. Thanks to Gage Workman, who is back in the organization, and his first time up, I believe it was a pinch hitting role last night, had the game-winning hit, 2-run home run in the 6th inning when the game was tied 3-3. His hit was the game-winning hit. Gage Workman was drafted by the Tigers the same year Spencer Torkelson was, out of the same school, Arizona State, and they are now reunited. And oddly enough, Torque was on base last night when he hit that home run, and Torque was at home plate to greet him. But he came around to score. Dylan Dingler also went in that draft. I think there was one other player on the team right now that went. I can't think of it right now, but it turns out that was a pretty good draft. And Gage Workman has bounced around a little bit. He's had a fairly good minor league career the last couple of years, but it happens. That's baseball. First game back in a pitch hitting role, first to plate up his first major league home run. Yeah, Gage Workman's not a power hitter by any means. He did play at Arizona State with Spencer Torkelson. So anyway, they're 19 and 22 as we speak. They're in New York now to play the Mets the next 3 days. Not today. They got the day off today, but starting tomorrow, the Mets are awful. They've had a bad year. I'm surprised they haven't fired the manager yet. But that doesn't mean anything, folks. The Red Sox were awful too when they came to Comerica Park last week, and look what happened. Now, you want some good news? Apparently, the surgery that was done on Tarek Skubal last week was not your everyday, ordinary, run-of-the-mill arthroscopic surgery, where when in doing so, you destroy tissue. I'm not a doctor, but this was some new, sophisticated, sticking a camera in there, apparently, with a scope with a camera on it. And there was one body, foreign body in there, bone chip or whatever that they took out of his elbow. Very, very less invasive, very even less invasive than any other surgery. And again, I'm not a doctor. I can't explain the whole thing. Look, the bottom line is he could be back much sooner than expected. Okay. He could be throwing again next week. Yeah, he could be throwing again next week. And again, I'm not a doctor, but this type of surgery apparently is relatively new. And we're just past Mother's Day now. He could be back by Father's Day. Then that is good news. He won't have to go through all the rehab that he would have had he had the arthroscopic surgery. But hey, if you're a Tiger fan, it's great news. Scott Boras was the put out the news on this and all of the specific things that went into it. His agent. And hey, good news. That's good news. Framber Valdez is about to complete his. I think he has 2 more games that he has to serve yet. It's either 1 or 2 more. I don't know if he could pitch tomorrow night already or not. I haven't seen that. I don't know. Things are in such disarray for both the Tigers and the Mets right now. I haven't seen any pitching matchups to this point. I get more good news too. Kenley Jansen had a good ninth inning last night. He retired the sign and order with 2 strikeouts, so maybe he's got it back now. I don't know. Bottom line is, the American League division is so bad. 84, 85 wins could win the American League Central this year. That's how bad it is. Okay. It's wide open. Any one of those 5 teams could win it right now. Guardians back to 500 again after having lost the series at home to the Minnesota Twins. Okay. You want another crazy stat that'll illustrate. You want a crazy stat that's going to clearly illustrate to you folks how bad the American League is. Listen to this, because you probably weren't aware of this. If you know what run differential is, the run differential stat, how many runs have you scored compared to the amount of runs that you have relinquished? That's your run differential. You got these runs you've given up on one side, the runs you've scored on the other side, like this, like a scale. The Tigers right now, in the run differential stat, are 3rd best in the American League. Yeah, 3rd best in the American League at a +4, I think. +4 or 5? Yeah. They've scored that many. They've scored 4 or 5 more runs than they've given up this year. Only the Yankees and the Rays. Only the Yankees and the Rays are better. That's insanity, isn't it? Isn't that insane? It really is. I know, but 17 players to injury off that initial opening day 26-man roster. That's incredible. And it's going to come to a point. It's going to come to a point where you simply have lost so many people to injury that it has a devastatingly profound effect on your ability to compete. It's going to. And that's just common sense tells you. It will have a devastating effect, profoundly devastating effect, simply on your ability to compete anymore. It just does. Zach Short is a shortstop now. Hao-Yu Lee, I think he's okay. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he looks pretty good with the glove. This defense is not very good, specifically at third base and in the outfield. This is not a good defense. Kerry Carpenter never was a good, outstanding outfielder. They have no good arms out there. It's just defensively not very good. That's the one thing that the Cleveland Guardians have going for them. They're very good defensively. They don't relinquish many unearned runs. I don't know. I don't have any. I don't have any perfect answers for what their dilemma is right now, but the one advantage they have, the one thing they have going for them is that they're in the worst division in baseball, and I just said that the American League isn't very good, except for the Yankees and the Rays. Other than that, they stink. The other 13 teams, to say that they're mediocre would be putting it mildly. Okay, all right. That's so much for baseball. And let's get our sponsors out of the way. The Finish Line Family Restaurant. As you know, I have no script. What I'm saying to you right now is a testimonial. I speak from experience. The Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale is the best darn sit-down restaurant in our area. Across the street from Aerosmith Printing, in between the railroad tracks. It's everything you want in a sit-down family restaurant. You see the same people in there all the time for good reason. They know they're going to get a great meal with great service in a great atmosphere at a reasonable price. Okay. What more would you want from a restaurant? Really, what more would you want from a restaurant? Where do you want to begin? The hours of operation, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, open till 8 on Friday night, with all-you-can-eat fish. And beginning a week from Thursday, May the 21st, they will also be open Thursday night until 8 o'clock with a classic car drive-in. Sounds like a lot of fun. So, beginning, well, that would be Memorial Day weekend, Thursday night, May 21st, all throughout the summer. They'll be open Thursday and Fridays until 8 p.m. So remember that. As I said before, it's got anything you want. Award-winning breakfast served all day. Fast, friendly service. Great family atmosphere. A lot of new menu items. They're all good. I've had them all. Reasonably priced. And I promise you, when you fuel up from food at the Finish Line Family Restaurant, you'll always finish first. And when you paid your bill, you walk out that door, you'll have a big smile on your face for good reason. Okay? I will see you there. Okay? All right. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance. Pardon me. Got a question for seniors out there. Seniors, have you got your playbook ready for Medicare? Well, do you? Don't let healthcare costs bench you. We're calling an audible with Joe Rudin at Barrett Insurance to help you navigate Medicare and health insurance. So whether you're aging into Medicare, you're in a special enrollment period, or you're losing other coverage, Joe's got the stats and the know-how to help you score the best coverage for your needs. Plus, you get a game plan for retirement healthcare costs. Okay? Now, what about businesses? Businesses don't get sacked. Joe's got group health coverage options for you too. You give Joe a call at 517-849-1000 or check him out at www.barrettins.com. That's all one word, 2 R's and 2 T's. You find them on the corner of US 12 and M99 in downtown Jonesville. That's Joe Rudin Insurance, protecting your dreams, 517-849-1000. That's barrettins.com, Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. And lastly, of course, Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, 37 Waldron Street, 517-610-5372. The only place in our area to go for tech services. Tech services. This is the only place to go. Again, I have no script. I speak from experience. These guys are good. They're the best at what they do, okay? Computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers. Yeah, you need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Get in there and see them. You won't go wrong. Tim Lilly and his staff, their Quality PC, are more than capable of resolving any technical issues you may have. I can assure you of that. I can promise you that. Okay. Don't forget, 37 Walter Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. Or get in there and see them at 37 Walter Street. And tell them Rick and Mickey sent you, will you? Thank you very much. Pistons basketball tonight, game 4 of their second round series with the Cavaliers. Pistons lead the series 2-1. They lost Saturday. In a game, a lot of people think maybe they should have won. They could have put the real hammer down on Cleveland. If they'd have won Saturday, they've been up 3-0. Series pretty much would have been finished. Cleveland doesn't surprise me. They're 3.5-point favorites tonight. They haven't lost a home game yet in the playoffs. They haven't won a road game either. That's why when this series started, I thought it was going to go 7. I still do. Okay. Now, if the Pistons lose tonight, obviously there'll be a lot of pressure on them. On Wednesday night, back here at Little LCA. But we'll see what happens tonight. I guarantee you one thing: the Cavaliers aren't going to shoot 58% tonight. You take that to the bank. That's not happening. I'm a bit concerned about Cade Cunningham. He's played more average minutes than anybody in the playoffs right now, more than 40 minutes a game. A lot of people think that he had those 3 turnovers at the end of the game on Saturday. That might have had something to do with it. He looks tired. Don't forget, 6 weeks ago, he had a collapsed lung. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. He's a young man. He's in shape. He shouldn't be getting tired, but maybe he is. I don't know. We'll see how he. Look, he was solely responsible for their coming back from a 17-point deficit on Saturday. And of course, he can't do it all. But we'll see what happens tonight. Be their advantage, obviously, if they could win tonight, go 3-1 coming back here. The New York Knicks, in rather easy fashion, took care of the 76ers in 4 games. They swept them. Look, they should not have played the 76ers. They should have played the Cavaliers. But baseball reseeds after every round. The NFL reseeds after every round. I think the NHL does. Basketball doesn't. They have what they call fixed brackets. So regardless of what happens, nothing changes. That means regardless of the fact that the Sixers upset the Celtics, not going to change anything. You're going to play whoever won that round, and it was the Sixers. Fixed brackets. Look, I don't understand why they say it causes TV scheduling shakeups and travel dilemmas. No. I understand the top seed, number 1 seed, as long as they're in, they've got home court advantage. Okay, that's one thing. They should also be playing the lowest seed. The first round, when the tournament began, they were playing the lowest seed, but they don't reseed after every round. Okay. Knicks, what did they set a record? For 27 3-pointers made yesterday? 144-114 win over the Sixers. Now they're going to rest up a while or later on, or if the Pistons do get to the next round, they play the Knicks. Let's hope the Knicks look a little rusty. Obviously, the first 2 games would be in Detroit. Of course, Knicks fans are hoping the Cavaliers come out, so the Knicks would have home court advantage. Cavaliers are obviously a better team than either the Sixers or the Magic. But they're not the same team at home as they're on the road. That's why I said I thought the series was going to go 7 games. And I still do. Then we'll see. See what transpires tonight. 8 o'clock on NBC. Okay? All right. I think we got basketball on the way now. We would hope. You would hope that something about Jalen Duren. I want to see more of Paul Reed tonight. Paul Reed played pretty well on Saturday. So, Mr. Bickerstaff, see if you can get Paul Reed some more minutes, please, will you, tonight? Because when he's in there, he's playing well. I think it would make it. And James Harden probably had his best game of the playoffs on Saturday, but I still, the dude to me is, he can shoot. Go at him on defense. Go at James Harden, okay? And you got to stay out of early foul trouble, too. That's something that hurt them, I think, also on Saturday. 8 o'clock tonight on NBC. Champ and Chump of the Week. Champ and Chump of the Week, before I say something about football here. Champ and Chump of the Weekend. I'm going to make my champ Gage Workman for getting his first major league home run last night. It was the winning hit, allowed the Tigers to snap a 5-game losing streak, stop the bleeding, if you will, and beat the Royals last night 6-3. Co-champ, maybe I make my co-champ Kenley Jansen for pitching a clean 9th inning. Okay, my chump of the weekend has to go to Victor Wembanyama. If you saw what he did, deliberately throwing an elbow yesterday, attempting to injure another player, that was no accident. If you saw him throw that elbow out, he was trying to hurt somebody. And rightfully, justifiably, he got ejected. Will he be suspended? I doubt it. The NBA doesn't have the guts to do that. But you can't throw an elbow like that. You just can't. And that was uncalled for. Totally uncalled for. So my chump of the weekend is Victor Wembanyama. Okay. Again, should he be suspended? I think he should be for at least one game anyway, for attempting to hurt someone, attempting to cause bodily harm. He's got some big elbows. Classless, no class at all. That guy, he lost it. I don't know what he thought he was doing, but rightfully he got ejected. And the Spurs would go on to lose that game, and now their series is tied 2 games apiece with the T-Wolves headed back to San Antonio. Yeah, I don't know if Wembanyama will be in the lineup tomorrow night or not. Haven't heard. Okay. Football. Pardon me. The Detroit Lions now know who they will be playing. Well, they don't know yet, but they know when they will be playing in Munich. November the 8th. That's about 11 days before Thanksgiving. 9:30 in the morning. It will not be on the NFL Network. Fox has acquired the rights to that game. That game will be on Fox. Sunday, November the 15th. Put it on your calendars already. Will be triple header football on Fox. At 9:30, 1 o'clock, and 4:25. Might be a precedent for the Fox network. Okay. Now, they acquired the rights. This game will not be exclusively on the NFL Network. It will be on Fox. Locally here, that means Fox 47. 9:30 in the morning? 3:30 Munich time, I believe. Yeah, no. Don't know who they're playing yet. That will be announced on Wednesday. The whole schedule will be announced 8 o'clock Thursday night on the NFL Network. The consensus is, the feeling is, they'll be playing the New York Giants. It's a pretty good bet. That's who they're going to be playing, but we don't know yet. It's not official. We won't know until Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon, I think. Yeah, okay. We do know Thursday, September the 10th, the Rams and the 49ers will kick off the NFL season from Melbourne, Australia. That game will be on Netflix, I believe. It's a Netflix game for Melbourne, Australia. Why they're playing there, I have no idea. On the other side of the world. We know the first who's playing Sunday night, opening day for the majority of the NFL, Sunday night, September the 13th. The NBC game Sunday night, we do know, will feature the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So that much we know right now. But we'll have to wait until Wednesday to see who the Lions are playing, and then Thursday to see what the rest of the schedule is. One more thing, too, before we get out of here. Lions are the only team this year that's not having a rookie minicamp. I can't tell you. They're having they've already had it. Voluntary workout was April the 20th. OTAs, organized team activities, May 27th, 28th, and 29th, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and June 9th, 10th, and 11th. OTAs, organized team activities, okay? They've got a mandatory mini camp, too, coming up June 16th and 17th, okay? May 27th through the 29th, June 2nd through the 4th, June 9th through the 11th. Mandatory minicamp, June 16th and 17th. We do not know officially yet. Obviously, it'll be late in July, exactly when training camp is opening up for the Lions. When the schedule does come out on Thursday, we do know one thing for sure. They will have the easiest schedule in the National Football League this year. So we'll know Wednesday who the Lions are playing in Munich. And then on Friday, after the whole schedule comes out, I detest doing it, but I do it because everybody else does. Run down the whole schedule, and I'll tell you whether that's a loss or a win. I don't. It's silly to do it. Everybody else does it, so I thought, well, why shouldn't I? Okay. That's going to do it. I'll talk to you all again on the Wednesday when we'll know who the Lions are playing in Munich. Saturday mornings, too, locally here from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM. Time out with Andy and Jed. So until Wednesday, then, I will simply say thanks so much for watching and listening. Remember to tell your friends what the next subscriber will get. Won't cost you 1 red cent to subscribe to my podcast. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Remember, folks, please treat each other with respect. And so until Wednesday, then, I'll simply say thanks so much for watching. God bless. So long. Bye-bye.